Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer 22-2022. With today's Mercury-Saturn, you'll find it easier than usual to put things in order. Taking things one step at a time can be the most successful approach right now. This aspect grounds you, particularly with efforts to improve work, home life, and health. You can feel good about committing to something specific and making measurable progress. Putting a responsibility behind you can be satisfying. You have the power of increased mental energy with you today and tomorrow. A pet project and something to focus your attention on can add to your feelings of purpose and direction. Although considering all of your wins, this could be one of the many qualities your admirers find so attractive. However, Mercury will link up with Saturn, which means you're more prone to underestimating your potential or being hard on yourself. Don't do that. Besides, upon the moon's shift in intuitive Sagittarius, your 9th house of adventure Luna will meet with seductive Venus in Pisces via your romantic 5th house of love, so a leap of faith for love could unexpectedly work in your favor. You're the cat's meow. Talk about what you need and expect from others. As Mercury in Taurus sextiles Saturn in Aquarius today, you should consider opening up about your work-life balance. The supportive aspect encourages open dialogue in both your professional and private life. With the sextile unfolding throughout today, talk about your long-term goals for your work-life balance. It could even be the perfect transit to set expectations, boundaries, and plans to implement aspects of your goals accordingly. Plus, having an open conversation about long-term plans will allow others to set their own expectations and boundaries as well. Have you been thinking about relocating? The siren song of distant states or exotic lands might be playing constantly in your ears. Foreign cultures might be bringing you inspiration, artistically, spiritually, and personally. This is a time when few things are actually out of your reach. If you're serious about this, look into your finances. Once you have all the information you need, then you'll be in a position to decide to move ahead or not. There are very good conditions to generate money in jobs that have to do with fashion or beauty, even for social reasons. It is a good time to find a job or get a promotion. Consider the idea of channeling your creative aspirations. Surely you will enjoy such an activity. Even if you have never explored it before, there is no better day than today for you to try it. You could start a journal if you haven't already. It sounds silly, but this will give your ideas some space and can be a kickstart for further thought. You could also try poetry and fiction. Good news for the natives of the sign: your colleagues appreciate your company and let you know it. You already suspected it, but it's always good to hear it. Overall, you flourish in your professional environment and do not take offense at the few obstacles that stand in your way. On the money side, caution is in order today. If he's not already seeing red, your bank account might not appreciate the unnecessary spending you're inflicting on him. Whether a pleasant family get-together is on the cards or a celebration with friends, today is perfect for socializing. Just as you enjoy the company of others, they like being with you too. Friends and family know exactly how much you mean to them and value your company. Be yourself today, because they accept you just as you are, loving you and trusting in you. It doesn't take all that much for you to get on people's good sides today, no matter where you start out. Just let your natural charm work its magic. Things should be sweet in no time. Looking for the right person for a long time, you may not have found the ideal partner yet, but the likelihood of meeting them is promising and too good for you to miss. Give yourself a push and summon all your seductive sex appeal. Be prepared for the next opportunity you get to win over that special someone. Today you may feel an urge to throw a party. You've had an exceptionally busy few weeks, and it would be fun to kick back and relax with some close friends. Take care not to go overboard. Your casual get-together could quickly turn into a formal seated dinner for 12. You could wind up overspending on food and drink if you are not careful. Make a budget in advance and stick to it. With the wild energy that is in the air, it is probably best if you don't have too much alcohol in the house. This can be an excellent time for you to explore your green thumb. Nurturing is a common area of strength for you, and with the added creativity of this day's vibration, there are no limits to your possibilities. Many fours are renowned for the glorious gardens they keep, and if this isn't something you've tried your hand at, give it some serious consideration. There is so much rejuvenation to be had just digging around in the earth, and the natural world is always a welcome break from pandemic-related news and restrictions. Our eyes in the sky. There is a lot happening at once with today's transits. A strong pull between air and fire has its hand in moving things forward in a practical way and jumping into things courageously. Remember that everyone thinks they're right at this time. There is a conviction in the collective that can go either way. Pay close attention to the news you receive over the next few days, and don't give up on your dream. With plenty of raw and real conversations going on, you might come to a conclusion that you have needed to see and understand for many years. This sentiment is brought to you by the minor connection between the Sun in Libra and Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces, and by the North Node of Destiny. Emotions could be erratic, forcing us to see relationships from a different perspective and allowing us to be more selfish when it comes to partnerships. Never compromise your needs and desires for those of others. This could cause a complete change in direction for your internal compass. Above all else, we are aware of the fleeting nature of time, and seek to use our energy deliberately to make a lasting impact on the world. This is a good lunar period for practical work that benefits from a slow and steady approach. We should, however, be cautioned not to identify so closely with our professional aims that we lose sight of our overall happiness. Beware depressing and negative self-talk, or falling victim to the trap that your worth hinges on your productivity. In the morning, the moon forms an uplifting sextile with Jupiter in Pisces, indicating that we have big dreams and we know that a sensible approach will enable us to achieve them. Although we might equate success with wealth and influence under the Capricorn moon, the sextile to Jupiter offers a more compassionate lens, enabling us to recognize that real wealth lies in creating positive change in our communities which will endure into the future. By setting up efficient structures, we create platforms for powerful manifestation magic, paying good fortune forward and helping others see their dreams become realities. The desire to write down your thoughts on a subject you've been either thinking about or possibly even researching could come upon you today, even if you don't try to do any more with it than post it on an internet news group. If you've been thinking about trying your hand at a magazine article on this or any subject, this is the time to get started. Your mind is sharp and your self-expression free-flowing.